Today I'll be showing you how to write any number into scientific notation. To convert a decimal number to scientific notation, or any number to scientific notation, we have to do the following steps. There are two simple steps to follow. The first one is, let's say your number is 273. You have to place a period right after the leading number. So in this case, the leading number is 2, and we have to place a period right in between the 2 and the 7. So we have 2.73 as a decimal number. The next step is to find a number that will multiply the 273 by the power of 10 that will equal to the original. So let's pretend that we take the number 273 and we multiply it by 10. Now, if we multiply 2.73 by 10, you're only going to get 27.3. So we have to change the times 10 to times 10 to the power of 2, which means times 100. And that's it. That's how you convert a number to scientific notation. That's all it takes. Now, a few rules to keep in mind is that if you have any leading zeros, let's say we went back to this number and the number was 27300. When you change this into a decimal, you're going to get rid of the 2 zeros at the back because they're not important, but you will consider them when you're multiplying by 10, by the power of 10. So instead of being 10 times 10 to the power of 2, it would be times 10 to the power of 4. Okay, so just keep that in mind. And the reason why we do that is because we consider these non-significant zeros. So in the next part of this video, I will show you other numbers. Obviously, there are going to be different situations where you'll need to use this. So for the next part of the video, I'll show you how to convert other numbers into scientific notation. So I suggest you take out a piece of paper and write along with me. Okay, so let's continue. Here we have 2700. We are going to put a decimal number right in between the 2 and the 7. So let's do that. 2.7, and notice that you have these leading zeros which are non-significant, so we're going to leave it like that. And then we're going to multiply this by 10 to the power of, what do you think? How many tens do we need to multiply this by in order for it to revert back to 2700? Well, it would be 3. And this is the equivalent of saying 1000. So here you have 3 zeros, and if you move this decimal place 3 times, you're going to end up with your original number. Let me show you. So if I were to move this decimal once, you have 27. If I move it again, you have this phantom 0 here, you have 270. If I move it again, which is my third time, you will have 2700. So if you answer that correctly, good for you. Let's try the next one. Convert 482,000 into scientific notation. This shouldn't be hard to do. Once again, we're going to place a decimal in between the 4 and the 8. And we're going to multiply this by 10 to the power of how many numbers are after that decimal place? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 10 to the power of 5. Perfect. Let's move on to the next one. Now this time we have a negative number. I hope that that doesn't throw you off. It shouldn't throw you off. Once again, we're going to place a decimal between the 3 and the 4. Now, this is a non-significant 0, so just keep that in mind. So I'm going to get rid of that. This becomes negative 3.472. And we count how many numbers after the decimal. There are 4. So we multiply this by 4. That's all it takes. Let's continue. This time we have a number that is less than 1 but greater than 0. It doesn't matter. This is the leading number. 9 is the leading number. And you have this space in between the 9 and the 5, so we're just going to put a decimal there. That's a non-significant 0. Rather, sorry, that is a significant 0. So we're going to keep it. And then we will multiply this by 10. Now, of course, the number isn't getting bigger. And in order for us to make this number bigger, the exponent on the power of 10 would have to be positive. Now, since we want to make this number smaller, we have to count how many times to the left it will take for this decimal to return back to its original place. So right now we've created this phantom decimal right here. That's like a phantom fake decimal. We count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's times 10 to the power of -6 because we want to make the number significantly smaller. Okay? And last but not least, 39,700,000. We put a decimal place right there. 3.97. These are insignificant. Times how many tens? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And there you have it. So that's how you convert any rational number into scientific notation. In our next video, I'll show you how to convert any number into engineering notation, which requires 3 simple rules to follow. Please like this video. Also, if you have any questions pertaining to this, go to biology/forums.com and ask your question there. I will assist you there entirely. And I'll also create a video for you if you need to. See you soon.